Good evening, everyone. The program is about to begin, so if you want to make your way back to your seat, we will get started in just a moment. We are still going to have the beverages as well as the desserts out as well through the program, but we're going to get started in just about 60 seconds. Thank you. Constant soundtrack in my head, you know that. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Winning Futures Awards Night. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Rob Otto, and I am a program facilitator for Winning Futures. I want to get things started, and please help me by welcoming to the stage our board chair, the President and Chief Operating Officer at PowerLink, a Cranes 40 Under 40 winner, D-Business 30 in their 30s winner, the past president of the Detroit chapter of the Entrepreneurs Organization, and Winning Futures board member since 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up Scott Rice.
I'll tell you, having a hype man, I'm just going to have him follow me around. I feel better every single time he's around me. I leave here, I'm like, man, I like this guy. Yeah, that's me in the picture, too. I'm not sure how that's the picture. We're going to have to find a new one. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. This is our 29th annual anniversary of Winning Futures. 29 years. That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And this is one of my favorite events because it's a combination where there's sponsors, there's mentors, there's students, and of course, I have to thank our wonderful staff. Give a round of applause to our staff. So for me, when I think about this year, it's sort of moving back, hopefully, to a better sense of normal. And when I think about just what the last couple of years have been, it's a different year now. And so we're moving into the idea of restarting, rebooting. And for me, this made me think about sort of my mentors and what were the times when I really needed them. And it was really about when I had failure, not success, but failure. One of my great mentors, which a number of the staff members know, was my high school basketball coach. He's a great man, guy who oftentimes was controversial, was somebody who said and did things that weren't necessarily always well received by people who didn't know him well. But what people didn't know is that he spent his time talking about the adversity you were going to have in life. Not the great times, but the times that were going to be really tough. When you had to think about paying your mortgage. When maybe somebody in your family had something bad happen. And how were you going to pick yourself up? So when I think about this year, I think about rebooting, but also resilience. And resilience is one of the most important things that I hope some of the young people in the room can take with you. There's going to be opportunities for success, but there's also going to be challenges. And who you surround yourself with and what you've done to build a network of support is ultimately going to help you get through those things. So speaking of somebody who has had a lot of success, I have the great honor of introducing our CEO. Chris Marshall has been with the organization now, 25 years? Woo! 25 years. Round of applause, Chris. She's got more awards. God, I don't know, they gave me a list here. And then... Good job, Rob. Way to give me that long list. Nice job. I'm just going to highlight a few of the 17 awards that she's won. She's also served as the past president of the Entrepreneurs Organization. By the way, the only one who runs a nonprofit, quite a distinguished honor. My favorite, the Wonder Woman Award, as well as Michigan Tech's Alum of the Year, Crane's 40 Under 40, Crane's Most Notable Women in Nonprofit. That's a long one to read. Ladies and gentlemen, our CEO, Chris Marshall.
Well, 29 years ago, I sat in a table, just like our students, and watched somebody at the front of the room on stage at a podium talk about what it took to reach personal success. And then that if you have a vision and you set goals and you create a plan, you stay committed, you will reach success. And that person was Sam Cupp. Sam Cupp founded Winning Futures in 1994. And fortunately for me, I was in that very first classroom of students at Warren Mott High School, sitting there listening to this guy in front talk to us about goals and strategic planning, and not a whole lot of interest was happening in that room that first session. And Sam was so committed to making sure that there are opportunities for young people in the community. He kept this program going. You see, Sam grew up in Warren in the mid-60s. He was in high school, and he started to struggle. And he was always a C average student, but his senior year, there were some pretty tough things that were going on, and he started to fail his classes. And thankfully, a marketing teacher and a counselor pulled him into a meeting. And in that meeting, they started to ask him, what's happening? Why are you all of a sudden failing? If you don't start passing your classes, you are not going to graduate this year. And finally, Sam disclosed that some tough things were going on at home. His father had attempted suicide. He found him, and it was destroying him. And he had to deal with that, plus everything in his senior year. So fortunately, that counselor began working with him. That high school teacher said, look, I have one co-op position available through the marketing department. Go over to Hamilton Chevrolet, interview, get the job, and if you pass that, plus all your classes, you can now graduate on time. So Sam went over to that dealership, and he was 18 years old, and he went in the front door and was doing an interview, and the owner knew that this kid was coming over to interview for a job and knew what was going on and that he really needed this position. So Sam was sitting in this open area interviewing, and Gene Hamilton, the owner, walked over and he looked at him and said, well, young man, what are you here for today? And he said, I'm interviewing for a job, sir. And he says, and what position is that? And Sam looked up at him and said, your job. He was the owner of the dealership. He is not interviewing for Gene Hamilton's job. Well, that day he got the job, and he started out as a porter. He was cleaning cars, washing cars, moving cars around at the Chevy dealership. And eventually Gene saw something special in him and started to mentor him in sales. Fast forward 30 years later to 1994. Sam Cupp owned that dealership in 27 companies around the world. And he wasn't a kid that did great in school. In fact, he didn't go to college. He went to college for a semester and kept pretending to his mom he was going, but he didn't keep going on to college. And he went to trainings and had programs he participated in to help him develop skills he needed, had a mentor that really encouraged him and was part of his life until that mentor passed away. And Sam Cupp started Winning Futures in 1994 in honor of that mentor, that counselor, and that teacher, and wanted to create opportunities for young people to have a business mentor, to teach them about strategic 5-year planning, and to award scholarships so that they can continue their education at any level, Whether it's going to a university, a community college, a trade school, going for a certificate program so that young people develop skills to help them be successful in their career. Since 1994, we have now impacted over 50,000 students and given out $2.1 million in scholarships. And so for the last 25 years, I have loved every minute of this journey. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's sad, and sometimes it's hard. But what's amazing about it is when we have rooms filled with people like each and every one of you. You know, we have all of these companies that come together to fund the program, and Lear is our largest sponsor that we have. And we have another 125 companies that contribute along with foundations and individuals to make sure that this program keeps going. We have now created a program that is very unique. You're not going to find another program like it. And we are now a 7-year mentoring program. So students start with us in 10th grade, in high school, during the school day, in a classroom with a teacher. Their mentor comes into the school. They come from all different businesses. And then the students are able to move into our programs in 11th and 12th grade, where they're matched one-on-one with a mentor and meet in person and virtual. And then when they graduate high school, they can move into the College Success Mentoring Program. And in that program, they're matched with a business executive in the career field they're interested in, and they meet monthly, learning all the things they need to do to help stay in school, find job shadows, find internships, and then eventually find the career that they want to have long term. So a student can be in the program for 7 years, and I'll tell you, it's been a challenge. You know, we have crazy ideas at Winning Futures, and during the pandemic is when we decided to go from this 1, 2, 3-year program to a 7-year model, and just started designing and doubling our staff and doubling the curriculum and having more board members and advisory board members to help us get where we are today. And it's really exciting because this year, in this school year, we launched the 6th year of our 7-year cohorts of students. And to see what our students have done in this multi-year program and the connections they've made with the mentors, connections they've made with the businesses has just been phenomenal. And I'm so excited to always hear the stories of our students, and I can't wait tonight. Students, we are putting you on the spot. We hope you'll say a few things at the podium just to hear your story and your journey and where you're going in the future. So at this time, I would, though, like to thank some people. So if we could please have all of our educators, sponsors, partners, donors, mentors, volunteers, and advisory board members stand. Please stand. These are the people who are donating their talent, their time, their treasure to help make this program possible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do to make this program possible. Thank you. Now, every year we have to recruit about 70 new mentors. So if you or somebody you know would want to be a mentor in this fabulous program, working with these wonderful students that we work with, you can always check out our website. You can send us an email to mentor@winningfutures.org. But we have to recruit 70 new mentors by the fall, and we need everybody's help to do that. So if you are interested or know somebody that's interested, even on the program, there's a QR code. And I have a student over here pointing to someone. Thank you. I have to have a special thank you to our board members. Our board members raise $1 million a year for us in this program. And I'd like I'm going to read off each of our board members, and when I say your name, just stand and stay standing, and we'll hold our applause to the end. Jeff Hoover, Matt Joshua, Jeanette Catilla, Frank Orsini, Scott Rice, Sandy Schechter, Terry Bishop, Marcelo Conti, Ellen Davidson, Victor Adosian, Pete Hockey, Ramu Hu, Todd Kennedy, Brandon Leslie, Tim Maley, Razak McConnor, Reggie Rowland, Scott Teeley, and Tony Tomzak. Many are traveling right now and can't be here, but please recognize our board members that are with us tonight. And I'd also like to recognize that Ellen, Matt, and Reggie also are mentors in our College Success Mentoring Program. So thank you for the extra time you give for that too. as we were launching Winning Futures and growing Winning Futures, it kept changing and evolving. And we had this amazing vision that Sam Cupp created. And unfortunately, he passed away in 2012. He was only 64 years old. And that time, it was hard. It's still hard for me. He was my mentor. He was the one that mentored me when I sat in that program at Winning Futures and as I became a young professional, and he coached and guided me through my career. And what I'm so proud of is that vision that Sam Cupp created is the vision we're still living off of and moving forward today. And we've evolved it, and it's innovative, and it keeps changing. But that core is still there. And the only reason we're able to keep it going the way we do is because of the amazing team at Winning Futures. They wake up every morning committed and enthused and passionate about what they do. So I'd like to recognize our team right now. Again, when your name is called, please stand and hold applause to the end. Joyce, Chris, Tiffany, Shernitha, Alexis, Akia, Chloe, Brian, Kimberly, Daniela, Joy, Rob, Sierra, Shirley, Caitlin, and Sarah. This team pulls off what should take 30 staff members to do, and they do this tirelessly and so committed, and they are just a joy to watch. And to each of you, I am so honored to be on this journey with you, and I thank you for the commitment you've made to our students. So, round of applause for them. And families, we have so many families here with us tonight. Thank you for encouraging your student to stay in the Winning Futures program. After their 10th grade year, they sign up. It's optional. We have to retain them. Parents and guardians have to, sign up all these permission slips and have the students continue to log on into their monthly virtual session or make sure they're at school the days we have our workshops. And as they move into the college program, making sure, that they're still encouraging them that, yes, even though you're 18, mentors are still important. So families, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting your student. And students, we move quickly in this program tonight because now it's all about you. Our students have been in the program either for 1 full year or right now up to 6 years in the program. Through the scholarship process, each of them had to write a scholarship essay. They had to interview in front of a virtual panel of business professionals as the judge, where they were asked questions, had to answer, they were scored. And the students tonight that received the scholarships were the top of the top in the scholarship process. And I know it was nerve-wracking, and I appreciate you going through those steps, being here tonight, and again, hopefully say something short on the microphone. And so as we move on into the program, we have 18 students tonight that have received a scholarship. Our scholarships are in honor of our founder, Sam Cupp, and his mentor, Gene Hamilton. So they are the Cupp-Hamilton Scholarship. And students, when I call your name, you're going to come up to the side over here. You're going to receive your certificate, shake hands. You're going to come onto the stage. I'll move off, and you'll say a couple words if you're comfortable with doing that. And then on this side of the stage, our sponsors and their mentor will immediately come up as soon as I read off the student's name. Student, you'll come down the line, shake everybody's hand, and then you're going to go out the door that way, not to leave. You're going out there, you're going to do some photos, and then I ask that you make sure you please come back in. Students, at the end of the night, we're going to have you all come up for a big group photo with us. So, is everybody ready? Okay. No, I heard some no's out there. And again, mentors, please come up also with your student. You have been such an important part of their journey in Winning Futures, and I know many of them in their interviews and in their papers said they wouldn't be here today receiving the scholarship without you. So tonight we are giving out $28,000 in scholarships, and then we also this year are giving out, let's applaud for that. And then we also, to the students in our College Success Mentoring Program. So again, these are students that we call college all continuing education. So it's about trade schools, certificate programs, community college, university. And even students who haven't decided yet what they want to do, they can also be in that program, have a mentor to help them decide their next step in their continuing education. Within that program, we have what we call our College Support Fund. We know things happen in life, and you don't always have the money you need to get through some obstacles. So we are this year giving out around $60,000 in our college support fund for students if they're going to come short on rent or dorm fees, or they need gas, or they need groceries. College and trade school, it's expensive. You can't work as much when you're going to school. So we have that fund there so that no student drops out because of a financial hiccup in their life. And so this year with that will be $88,000 that we're giving out to our students. And again, thank you to our donors and sponsors and foundations here tonight for making sure we have the budget to do all of these wonderful things. All right, so with our first group, we're going to start with our students from Cass Tech. So can our team come up from Cass Tech, and if Shirley and Brian and Kimberly, you guys are all set. They're so good. See, I don't even have to say anything. They're already rolling where they need to go. So our first student from Cass Tech is Grant Johnson. And his scholarship is, we have a few companies we're honoring on it: DNV, Elaine Stern Foundation, NYX, PNC Foundation, Hellerman Titan North America, and QSR. And he's also joined with his mentor, Sammy.
So, good evening, all. My name is Grant Johnson, and I'm a junior at Cass Technical High School. I'd like to start today's acceptance speech by thanking those who have helped put me into this position to win this scholarship from Winning Futures. I'd like to thank my mentor, Sammy, and my teachers, Ms. Reese and Ms. Holmes, who have both made sure that I was to join this wonderful program. I also like to thank my mentor, Sammy, who helped me in other aspects of school, like a program called Business Professionals of America, which I've been very successful in. And I also like to thank the judges who have put me in this position, because they are the ones who made it that I was the recipient of this, and the reason I'm here. So yeah, thank you.
Our next student is Destiny O'Neill, also from Cass Tech. Our companies that we're highlighting on her scholarship are DuPont, the Children's Foundation, Piston Group, Alcance Media, GSTV, and Pro Leasing. And her mentor, Tillette, was unable to be here today, but has been a mentor with us for a number of years. Destiny, congratulations.
Okay, good evening. I'd like to start off by saying that it is an honor to be selected for the Winning Futures Scholarship this year. And most importantly, I would just like to say thank you to the Winning Futures program itself, but not just the program, but my mentor, Ms. Kitchen, even though she's not here today, my parents, and my teachers for always motivating me and teaching me to never let anything hinder my success. And since beginning the Winning Futures program, I've been able to get a better idea on how I want to shape my future, and honestly, I'm just very thankful for that opportunity. So, that's it.
Next, we have our students from Community High School. I'm going to read the companies first, then we can do really loud applause for our students. So Adient, Fifth Third Bank, PowerLink, Alps Alpine, and My Locker. Mentor is Samuel Young, and our student is Safwan Chowdhury.
Hello, I'm Safwan Chowdhury. I'm from Community High School. I'm a graduate, and I'd like to thank Winning Futures for giving me the scholarship to continue my education. I would like to thank them again, and particularly Miss Marshall, for influencing us by educating on how to properly establish goals with precision. I'd like to thank Mr. Otto and Miss Harris for always having a positive attitude and being very comfortable to talk to. I'd like to thank my mentor, Mr. Young, for the advice and the kindness he has given me. I want to thank my friends for showing me new interests I might enjoy and encouraging me to try them out. Lastly, and definitely not the least, I'd like to thank my parents for providing me with everything they could. I was 7 years old when they first showed me how to use a computer to learn about the world, as well as teach me other vital skills throughout my life. I'm not sure if I'm ready to enter adulthood, but I have no plans to fall behind.
I told you our students are great. Our next student from Community High School is Reaghan Cohen, and the companies on her scholarship are American Axle and Manufacturing, Key Bank Foundation, Raymond, A-Line Staffing Solutions, and Outfront, and her mentor is Ariana Johnson.
Hello. Okay, so I would like to thank God mostly for, presenting this opportunity for me, because I'm very grateful. I would also like to thank my mentor, Miss Ariana Johnson, whom I admire very much for not only going out of her way to give us, like my fellow mentees and myself, her time, and also setting a great example for the kind of adult that I would hope to be. I would also like to thank Mr. Rob and Mrs. Akia for bringing this to our school and helping kids make a life after high school not to look like a burden that we should, try to avoid and be worried about, but a journey that we're all on and assisting us in the navigation of life after high school. I would also like to thank my counselor, Ms. Azar, who has helped me a great deal and given me immeasurable amount of encouragement to take with me for a lifetime. I would like to thank all my teachers for cheering me on and taking extra time to actually learn me as a person, not only as a student. And lastly, but not least, I would like to thank the late Mr. Sam Cup for creating this wonderful organization and helping so many kids like myself. Winning Futures has helped me build connections and learn strategies that I will take with me into my adulthood and create a winning future, no pun intended, for myself. I hope to one day return and become a mentor myself so I can make an impact on students who need help with direction after high school and in high school. This scholarship will contribute greatly to my journey of higher learning and accomplishing my goal for becoming an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. Thank you, Winning Futures.
Our next student from Community High School is Onelya William, and the companies on the scholarship are Amazon, Aptiv, Mueller Textiles, Shift Digital, and United Way for Southeastern Michigan, and her mentor is Beverly Maddox.
So I had a speech prepared, and I have it in my hands, but I'm gonna scratch it. I just wanted to thank my mom and my dad firstly. They had a very hard life in Iraq, moved here for me and my sister, and it's indescribable how much that means to me and how many opportunities they've given me. They also taught me so much because I know that no matter what hardships life has thrown at me, that if they can overcome Iraq and coming here, then I can overcome anything.
All right, our next students are from Harper Woods High School. So our whole team over here is like crying their eyes out over here. So our Harper Woods High School team, please come forward. Our first student is Ivory Brown. And on Ivory Scholarship, we are honoring Blue Cross Complete of Michigan, EHIM, Grosse Pointe Memorial Church, Publicis Media, and Sharp Electronics, and her mentor is Nicole.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Ivory Brown and I attend Harper Woods High School and I'm currently an 11th grader. This has to be one of the most high achieving awards I've ever gotten. This will be my first scholarship starting off, and with this money, it is to fulfill my dreams in the long run. Winning Futures has impacted me a whole lot in the most positive way. I've learned many new things to build my character and how the world works. I am beyond grateful and blessed that I was given this opportunity to excel. In honor, I would like to thank Mr. Otto, Miss Sha'Niya, she's not here today, and my mentor, Miss Nicole, for giving me the tools that I need to be successful. I mostly would like to thank is Miss Lake. Hi, Miss Lake. Woo, yay. It's because without her, I would not be in this program. And lastly, I would like to thank the Most High, Christ. In this case, I believe that this scholarship can help me in the future, not only with financial help, but boost my confidence and work towards finishing medical school and getting my degree. I say thank you to the Winning Futures program that you've chosen me and trusted me with this fund. That I will honor it and cherish it as one of my major accomplishments. Thank you.
Our next mentee is DeJuan Gentry, also from Harper Woods High School, and on his scholarship is Bose, Huntington Bank, McNaughton McKay Electric Company, State Line, ATF, and Shinola Hotel, and his mentor, Andy Maker. I love that he's sporting the graduation cap.
Right.
Proud graduate.
Yeah.
I'm not a very big public speaker, so I'm sorry if I stutter, but I would like to take the time to thank Winning Futures firstly for giving me this opportunity. It means a lot. And I would also like to take the time to thank the two people that came here with me today. That would be my beautiful mother and my beautiful girlfriend over there. All honesty, if it wasn't for them, I would not be here today. They believed in me when I did not believe in myself. I wore this cap today because, not because I paid for it, but because I earned it. Thank you.
I don't know if everybody could hear him. He said, I'm wearing it not because I paid for it, but because I earned it. And yes, he did. I would like to highlight that the students in this program that are here today, they were our COVID kids. They had to do 2 years of nonstop virtual school. Our school districts were 2 years fully virtual. And many of them were introduced to Winning Futures, not in a classroom with a mentor and 3 students at a table playing games and being interactive and getting up and sharing, their successes and having great group conversations. Their introduction to Winning Futures was sitting on a Zoom call and then going into breakout rooms with their mentors, and we're so grateful our mentors came back after that year. Hardly anybody had cameras on. We tried our best to have enthusiasm and teach lessons, but at the end of the day, what mattered most that year was that the students showed up, the mentors showed up. They knew there was somebody there who cared, who was helping them through this really tough time. I know at home, parents and guardians were probably pulling their hair out because Zoom school is not optimal. And that was 2 years of it, 2 years of it. This school year for us was our first year of 100% in-person programming again with our 10th graders and our community high school students. Last year, we were still in a hybrid model because our students kept shutting down and going virtual and coming back in person. So to the students that stuck in the program after that first tough year of video school-based mentoring, thank you for coming back, and mentors, thank you for coming back, and we are so grateful we are in person in schools again. All right, so our next student from Harper Woods High School is Alyaisha Watkins. And the companies on her scholarship are Comerica Charitable Foundation, GM, Summit Family Dental, BAE Industries, and Panasonic Automotive, and her mentor is Kelly Selva.
Hello everyone, I am Alyaisha Watkins. Thank you for this opportunity and this scholarship. First, I want to thank my Lord. I would not be here this day without Him. Him guiding me and pushing me forward down the right path. I also want to thank my mother. I wouldn't be here for her either. I appreciate everybody that actually helped me. And thank you, Winning Futures, and I want to thank my mentor, Kelly, as well. Thank you very much for being an awesome mentor. And lastly, I want to thank Ms. Thrasher for being a wonderful counselor, from helping me since, honestly, my 10th grade year. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Our next student comes from Warren Mott High School, and our student is Poorna Barua. Hold on. Poorna Barua.
Yeah.
Thank you. They put these phonetic spellings, and then the phonetic spellings start to screw me up here. So, on her scholarship is Hamilton Chevrolet, Lear Corporation, Multimatic, Visteon, Dana Incorporated, and Yazaki North America. And her mentor is Bridget Gillis.
Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Poorna Barua and I'm a junior from Warren Mott High School. So first, I'd like to thank the Winning Futures team for providing this scholarship opportunity. I would also like to thank my mentor, Bridget, for being there for me and guiding me through this great program. I would also like to thank my parents for encouraging me to stay in this program, and our principal, Mr. Kittle, for allowing students to be in this program. Thank you.
Now we are on to our college success students. Our students represent Cass Tech High School, Harper Woods, Warren Mott, and Madison Heights High School. So the students are anywhere from their first to their fourth year in college or trade school or community college. And they went through the program potentially 1, 2, or 3 years during high school. When COVID hit, we just created the alumni program, and students that had only been in Winning Futures for 1 year in high school, maybe they hadn't been in the program for 5 years, they could just sign up because we knew that there was such a need. So these students, on their own, while they're at school, they sign up. They do this really long pre-survey they make them do, and they actually finish filling it out to be in the program. And then they connect with a mentor once a month, so virtually or in person. It just depends where the student is and where the mentor is in the country. We have some matches that the student is here and the mentor is in Minnesota. We have cases where the students are down in Atlanta and the mentor is here. So they have that option to meet once a month, virtually or in person. And they start working on things to help them understand what it takes to be successful in that first year of continuing education and to make sure they stay in school. Then we start moving into things like resume and networking to find an internship, and then always making sure they're filling out their financial aid forms and that they're filling out scholarships and they're learning how to budget not just for school but to budget in life. And we begin to have them work on all those workforce readiness skills, making sure that when they're done with school, they have the skills they need to not just network to find a job, but to interview and secure that job. And the mentors in our program do a phenomenal job making sure that they're following and teaching the students these life skills that they need in the curriculum, but also having the real life conversations. You know, I could call in and I'm supposed to work on a budget, but guess what? I just got this opportunity for an internship and I have no idea what to do for my next steps. I need you to do a coaching interview with me, and our mentors jump in and help where the students are at. So this program is still in pilot phase for us. We're still learning as we go. We're still building curriculum and content. So to our college success mentees here today, thank you for testing this program out with us and giving us all of your feedback, because each month they gave us feedback of what works and what doesn't work. And what you say matters and makes an impact on how the program is designed for the new generation of college success mentees coming up. So to start things off with our mentees, our first student, Rabika Ali, attends Wayne State now. Come on up. And on her scholarship is Harmon, Next Tier Automotive, NEPCO, Devon Industrial Group, and Barton Mallow Foundation, and her mentor is Cassandra.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rabika Ali. I'm currently a rising sophomore at Wayne State University, and I would like to start off by thanking God for letting me stand here. I'd like to thank my parents for immigrating to America without knowing much English and giving me and my sisters a better life. I'd like to thank my mentor, Cassandra, for being with me and teaching me many things along the way for the past almost 4 years now. And I'd like to thank the Winning Futures staff, specifically Brian and Kimberly, because when I first came into the room, when I was 15 years old, a sophomore in high school, not knowing what I was doing in that room, I see Brian. Brian was very hyper, he was loud, he was excited. That immediately caught my attention, and it's history from now.
I think Brian's another hype man on staff too, so you know. Our next student currently attends Michigan State University, Nia Coleman. On her scholarship is Comcast, Kenwall Steel, Wallbridge, Beasley Media Group, Martin Ria, and ZF Group, and her mentor is Jenna.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
My name is Nia Coleman, and to begin, I would like to thank the Winning Futures program, of course, and I would also like to thank my previous mentor, Basima Mello, in the back. Thank you so much. And then I would also like to thank my current mentor, Jenna Johnson, over to the side here. Having the opportunity to be a part of the Winning Futures program has taught me how much growth can happen between months to the span of years. By receiving the Winning Futures scholarship, I'll be able to finish my last year and a half at Michigan State University pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting. To my mom, I would like to thank you so much because you trusted in me, being that it's a lot being only 19 years old, pretty much a senior in college, achieving my associate's degree back in 2021 before I even graduated high school, and just having that opportunity and just having someone in my corner to be my backbone, I really appreciate it. So thank you all, and I really appreciate it.
Her associates before she graduated from high school. Congratulations. Our next student attended Warren-Mott High School, my alma mater, and attends right now Macomb Community College, Amaya Davis. On her scholarship is BGM Electronic Services, LG Electronics, Stellantis, Extra Credit Union, Magno International, and Zeta Group, and her mentor is Ashley Mabbitt.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry. I first want to thank everyone for being here today. Winning Futures has been such a blessing for me for the past 5 years, and I cannot thank them enough for awarding me the scholarship. I want to thank all of my past mentors, but especially thank my current mentor, Ashley Mabbitt. Ashley has been such an instrumental part of my journey. She always keeps me motivated and focused, and she has always been there for me. I also want to thank Mr. Brian Howard for being such an amazing person to have in my corner. Since my sophomore year of high school, Mr. Brian has always been there to present me with opportunities, push me to be the best version of myself, and hold me accountable. Both Ashley and Mr. Brian were there for me when I took my gap year, and they pushed me to believe in myself and take college one step at a time. They check in with me about my grades and how I'm doing in my classes, and I know they both are a text away if I need anything. Last, I would like to thank my mom and my grandma for their unconditional love and support. I would not be here without them, literally. Winning Futures is a great program, and every school needs it, and every student should be a part of it. And I'm just so grateful and blessed that I have the opportunity to be here. Thank you.
Our next student, Joshua Hudson, is a student at U of M, but was unable to be here today because he has an internship in Cincinnati, right, Matt? Yes. And his mentor, Matt Joshua, is here with us tonight. And I do want to recognize the companies that are highlighted on his scholarship: Flagstar Foundation, Cubic Telecom, Plum Market, Strategic Staffing Solutions, and PMX Industries. We gave him a pass to not be here. It was okay. It was an internship. He is an all-star of a young man and achieving great things at school, and we're really proud of him and having him in the program. Our next student is Carmella Kern, currently at Oakland University. On Carmella's scholarship is the Jamie and Denise Jacob Family Foundation, Magna, Woodbridge, DFM Solutions and Plastic Omnium. And her mentor is Jennifer Sutherland, who does not live in the state, so she couldn't be here today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carmella, and I'm currently attending Oak University. I'm a sophomore as of September, and I major in pre-pharmacy. So, first and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty God for pouring blessings on top of blessings onto my life. I know that without Him, nothing would be possible. To my church family, who has seen me through the ups and downs, I want to thank them for coming to church every Sunday to praise the Lord with me after the week that I have been through and my studies and college and stress. Yes, I would like to thank my parents and my sister for being great listeners and picking me up when I felt that I could not push through the noise of doubt. To my mentor, Miss Sutherland, thank you for your continuous support and holding my hand as I walk through my path in college. Winning Futures has allowed me to grow and move forward, knowing that if I ever stumble, I have backup standing right behind me. I decided to join the college program because I remember that little girl who did not know the potential that Winning Futures would have on my life. I know now how important it is to have a great attitude, to always show kindness, even on your worst days, and to remember that every day you wake up is a chance for a new opportunity. From the obstacles that I have overcome, I learned that self-care is important and to always prioritize yourself when you feel that you need a break. I learned that when the day is gloomy and dark and it feels like nothing is going as planned, continue to smile, having hope that the sun will soon shine through. And as I look around, I would like to thank Mr. Bryan, Mrs. Russell, Miss Thrasher, and Miss Lake in the back. I would like to thank you all because as I look today, I'm glad that you guys can look at me and see the flower that will soon grow and sprout her own roots into the ground, into the soil. And this scholarship will soon help compensate for the books required for my college courses, and it will also help me with my college tuition. Praise God, thank you.
I just told her I think she has the energy of Brian Howard, so public speaker in the making. Our next student is Kayla Lewis, also at Michigan State. On her scholarship is Delta Dental, Flex, Walker Miller Energy Services, Exalta, and Mercantile Bank of Michigan, and her mentor, Todd Russell, can't be here because he lives in Minnesota.
How's everyone doing today?
Great. Great.
Thank you. I would just like to say thank you to my mom first. My mother has been my biggest supporter throughout my whole entire life. And without her, I would not be here. I would also like to say, briefly, as Chris mentioned earlier, I've been a part of Winning Futures since my 11th grade year at Cass Tech. And like she mentioned, after high school, it becomes a choice. I have been a part of a lot of programs in my life, but Winning Futures has by far been the most impactful and supportive program. Woo, trying not to get emotional. I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for Mr. Brian Howard, Chris Marshall, and my Winning Futures mentor, Todd Russell, who's been my mentor since my sophomore year at Michigan State. And I thank you all. Congratulations to my fellow mentees, and thank you all.
Our next mentee was unable to be here, Adib Mahdiath. He attends U of M, and he is also off at a special program and internship, so he was unable to be here. Our companies that we were highlighting on his scholarship are Choctaw Call Distribution Company, Fitzpatrick Manufacturing, plus finishing. They are located in Europe, so they couldn't be here tonight. Summit 212 and Target Steel. Our next student is Sha'Niya Simmons, attending Wayne State University. On her scholarship is Interior Environments for VIA, Adferent, Dinsmore Shoal, Fisher Dynamics, and United Wholesale Mortgage, and her mentor is Alexis.
Hello everyone. So before I read these cards, I want to give out a special thanks to my grandmother who's here. She's been a supporter since I started school. And my mom who couldn't be here. She was always my biggest supporter. And my mentor that Winning Futures allowed me to be with, Alexis. She couldn't be here today, but she's always on my head ever since she met me. And my siblings, because they show me every day why I gotta be a role model and stay in college. Okay, so I'm a freshman at Wayne State University who's pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So I'm currently a nursing student. I want to begin by thanking God for guiding me through the essay process and everything, because college is a whole another thing. I didn't even think I was gonna be here right now. And I want to thank Winning Futures for being a continuous support system from, like they said, sophomore year to now. And being acquainted with trustworthy staff, inspiring mentors that help construct various resources to help their students. And I could not ask for a better program to be affiliated with. Winning Futures has helped me begin a trade that taught skills I could use to prepare for my nursing career, along with paying for college essentials during my first year with a previous scholarship that I will always be grateful for. Using this alumni scholarship, I plan to use it as a financial backup through nursing school to avoid stress upon my finances. And again, my name is Sha'Niya Simmons. Thank you, Winning Futures, for being a second family and a helping hand through my educational journey.
Our next student is Jessie Taylor. She attends Oakland Community College, and the companies on her scholarship are Brogan and Partners, Bosch, Methode Electronics, Stahl, and Summit Polymers, and her mentor is Chris Cahill.
Good evening, everybody. I want to start off by saying thank you for being here tonight to celebrate all of our accomplishments. Thank you to the Winning Futures program for providing high schoolers and college students with the tools and resources for us to be successful in our endeavors. I am only here today because of you, as well as my mom. Thank you, Mom, for always having my back and holding me to high standards. Thank you to my mentor, Chris, for always being available to listen to my concerns and giving me advice on any troubles I have. You are always just a phone call away, and I have definitely used that. I want to also thank my partner for being there and cheering me on every step of the way. I have learned a lot from the Winning Futures program, such as how to be successful in a job interview, expand on my networking, and identifying steps to reach my long-term career goals. I am currently at Oakland Community College, and I am pursuing a career in the criminal justice field. I am hoping to become either a police officer or a public safety officer, where I would do police, fire, and EMS. I currently work for the city of Farmington, and I have learned a lot there, and I'm very glad that Chris helped me be able to prepare for that interview. Thank you all for being here tonight, and have a great rest of your evening.
In the Winning Futures program, we had a very special student, and his name was Melvin Akins. And Melvin was a student of ours at Community High School. And in fact, he won the very first Sam Cup Leadership Award we bestowed to one student after Sam Cup passed away. And Melvin started out at Warren High School, had some obstacles, moved over to Community High School. And he was a student that you always remembered. He had a bright smile, this bigger than life personality, just a caring, engaging young man. He became the valedictorian of Community High School. He went on to school and to work, and he was always made time for his family and his mentor. He and his mentor started together when he was in that program at high school, and they continued together even as Melvin became an adult and went into the world of work. In 2019, at the age of 24, Melvin tragically died in a motorcycle accident. That night, his mentor, Kevin Sutton, and his wife decided to create a scholarship in honor of Melvin. The motto of the scholarship is change the world by being yourself. That is what Melvin did. He drew people in and made the world a better place. He had a passion for life, was ambitious, and had the ability to overcome obstacles. He had an amazing role model in his life besides Kevin, and that was his older sister. Through their own family tragedies, she began raising him. How old were you? When you started raising Melvin? 21 years old. And today she is joining us to help us present a special scholarship in honor of Melvin. So Alyaisha, please come up. So we have a student that has been selected because this student has so many of the same attributes that Melvin had. And this student will be receiving an additional $1,000 scholarship that Kevin and his wife have funded. And so please help me congratulate and recognize our community high student, Reaghan Cohen. Reaghan, please come up. Are all of our students back in yet, or we still have students taking photos? They're all in? Okay. So I have a special announcement, and our team here at Winning Futures doesn't even know about this. They don't know what to think about this. They get really scared when I have a bright idea, hence the 7-year program. You know, when I sat in the scholarship room 29 years ago with Sam Cup, there was a surprise announcement. You know, we didn't know how much our scholarships were. We didn't know what was really going to be happening at it. And 25 years ago, when I joined Winning Futures, I had this vision that one day I would be able to do the same type of thing for students in our program. I really wish Sam was here as I celebrate this cool milestone that I'm so excited to be hitting. And so in honor of my 25th anniversary, my husband and I are donating $25,000. And every student here tonight will receive an additional $1,000 on top of their scholarship. In addition to doing this in honor of Sam, I'm doing this in honor of my parents and my husband. When my husband, DeJuan, who couldn't be here tonight, he's with a client, when he was 16 years old, he left home. There was a lot of issues at home, a lot of neglect, verbal abuse, and he had to leave home. And when I met him, I was in 9th grade and he was in 10th grade, and he had a .9 GPA. 0.9 GPA. He passed gym class and choir, and that was it. And he only took choir because there were girls in it. So, and so when I met DeJuan, he sat next to me in bio class because he knew I was smart and wanted to cheat off of me. And so that was how I met him. And we began dating, and he ended up needing to leave home. And my parents began mentoring him. And I do what I do today because I see what Sam Cupp had done for so many young people in his companies, what he started in our school, and because of what I saw my parents do for my husband. And I'm in awe of people that give them themselves. And so as I hope to look forward to the next 10, 15, not sure it'll be 25 years from now, I can't wait to see what happens on our journey and all the young people that are going to be coming back and mentoring in our program, working for our program, sponsoring our program, being on our board of directors, because one mentor said, yes, I will be a mentor, and the lives they are impacting around them is simply amazing. So thank you for being here tonight. I'm ending my time on stage and turning it over to a dear friend of mine, Brian Howard. Is Brian in the room? Okay, just want to make sure. We all, we heard all about Brian's energy and what he's been doing in the classroom, and I just want to talk a little bit about Brian. He has been with our organization for a few years. Thank you, Scott Rice, our board chair, because we headhunted him away from PowerLink. We have a program in the summer that we run with Greg Kelser, announcer for the Pistons. And it's a basketball camp we run for 1 week in the city of Detroit. And we were running this basketball camp, and we were trying to hire a new program facilitator. So the candidates, they had made it through all these interview process, and then the next step was to come down to the camp, mentor, and we'd see how they worked with the students. Well, Brian was the only one in the room that wasn't part of that interviewing group. He came to volunteer and help out. And so as we're closing out the session, we asked, do any of the mentors have any pearls of wisdom they'd like to share, anything they'd like to stand and share? Now, students, take this little lesson. These people were trying out to be a program motivational facilitator like Kimberly and Rob and Brian and Alexis. None of them stood up except Brian Howard. He wasn't even there again for this interview, and he stood up, and he was just so inspirational and so positive that I literally left, and I called Scott Rice, our board chair, and said, so, any chance I could maybe talk you into letting Brian interview and come join Winning Futures? I had to call him first. He was my board chair. Well, the rest is history. Brian has been an amazing part of this program. His life before us is amazing. He served 20 years in the U.S. Navy. Proud graduate from Detroit Public Schools, wonderful husband, father, and grandfather, and made his way through the Winning Futures process, and today is our Director of Programs. So please help me welcome up Mr. Brian Howard.
Wow. So Chris always allows me to go off script a little bit, so I'm gonna do that first and get it out the way. Yes. Students, you are phenomenal, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. That those of you that know me know the one thing that I always say, and I see Aiden nodding right here, I will do for you just like I would do for my own children. And you know that I mean that, and I still mean that. And I will always be a phone call away. Your mentor will always be a phone call away. Winning Futures will always be a phone call away or a text. All right. Our mentors, they make a tremendous commitment to our organization, to our students. They start off mentoring 1 hour a week for up to 16 sessions over the course of the school year. And now they continue on with our students as they move on to our one-on-one mentoring program or as they continue on to college. Tonight, we are celebrating our milestone mentors. 4 mentors just reached their 5-year anniversary. And 3 mentors have reached 10 years with us. So that's a phenomenal milestone. So give our milestone mentors a round of applause. As I call your name, if you could just please come forward. We will have everyone gather up at the front. We'll take a group photo. Chris is going to congratulate you as well. So for our 5-year mentors, Beverly Maddox, BFM Consulting Group, Stephen Ross, Lear Corporation, Chad Toms, Reliance One, and Benny Van, BCS Automotive Interface Solutions. Give them a round of applause.
Sorry we put you in the back. You had that long
Get my steps in.
Come on this way. Benny, Brian.
All right. Now, for our 10-year mentors, and this one is special to me because Charles started the program the same year I did. So it has been a journey, and we are excited to recognize our 10-year mentors tonight. So Charles Johnson, Developing Kids. Basima Mello, who was also in the same class with Charles Johnson at Cass Tech, 10 years. And for the trifecta, although she is not here tonight, Andrea Spade, Kelly Services, 10 years, and guess what class she was in? In the same class with Charles and Basima, 5th hour Class Tech. And for our milestone mentors, at the end of the program, if you could please go out to the outside area. We're going to take another group photo. Or we're going to do it here at the stage, Chris? Outside. All right. So now, we are almost at the end. It takes a village. And in 1994, Sam Cupp started building that village. Each and every one of you in this room play a part in that village. Sponsors, partners, mentors, educators, and students. You all have one common thread: belief. And what I mean by that is sponsors, partners, your continued belief that the Winning Futures program is empowering tomorrow's workforce. Educators, your belief that Winning Futures is more than a mentoring program. We are a partner. We are there to support your students every step of the way. Mentors, this one's easy. You believe that every student deserves a winning future, and that's why you're here. And then as we go down through the layers, students, two-part. First, you believe in winning futures. That's why you're here. You heard Chris talk about COVID. You outlasted COVID. Your dedication to this program was evident because now you are being recognized for your accomplishments and for your achievements and for your determination and for willingness to not settle for less. And also, Winning Futures believes in you. Again, we will always be there for you to support you. You're an inspiration to all of us. And as we close this chapter of your life and we turn the page to the next chapter, we look forward to working with you next year. And for those of you that are in 11th grade, Ivory, I know you back there, 12th grade, and then when you move into the college program, we want to continue working with you because again, every student deserves a winning future. We're going to be there to continue to support you until you graduate and then you enter the workforce. And then guess what? You come back as a mentor and you will share your success story with that next round of students that are filling the shoes that you filled. And then one of you, Rob and I are getting old, we're gonna need replacements. We saw some dynamic young people speaking tonight, so I think the future of Winning Futures is in good hands. And as I conclude the program, students, we look forward to having you in the program again next year. It's been a ride and it's not even over. As we conclude, students, please come up to the front. All the award winners, we're gonna take a group photo, and thank you for being a part of this special night.